The story begins during World War II. After Hitler's defeat, Germany is divided into East and West Germany, with a massive wall separating the two sides. We then meet Napoleon Solo, who approaches a young mechanic named Gabby in East Germany. Suspicious, Gabby asks what he wants from her. Solo explains that he is searching for her father, Udo Teller, who was forced by Hitler to work during the war. Gabby replies that she hasn't seen her father in 18 years and asks Solo to inform her if he ever finds him. Solo then reveals that Udo had been living a good life in America after the war but mysteriously disappeared some time ago. He was last seen in Rome. Suddenly, Solo points out a Russian spy watching them from outside. He explains that the man has been following him since he entered the country. Solo gives Gabby two choices: leave the country with him immediately, or stay behind and face interrogation by the Russians for meeting an American spy. After thinking it through, Gabby decides to leave, knowing her life would be in danger otherwise. She drives off while Solo hides in the back seat. At a traffic light, the Russian spy pulls up beside them and watches Gabby closely. Solo notices the spy has only one hand on the steering wheel and realizes the other is on a gun. He tells Gabby to speed away the moment she hears a gunshot. Solo quickly fires 2 shots, but the spy dodges and gives chase. A high-speed pursuit begins. Using a construction site, Gabby briefly loses him by turning onto another road and parking the car. Knowing the spy will return, Solo explains his plan before stepping out. As the spy reverses his car with a gun in hand, Gabby hides nearby. When the spy notices her shadow and approaches, Solo ambushes him, firing 2 shots. The car crashes, and Solo assumes the spy is dead. Gabby rushes back, pulls Solo into the car, and speeds away. However, the spy survives by lowering his seat and begins chasing them on foot after the crash. Desperate, Gabby tells Solo to shoot him, but Solo calmly refuses, wanting to see how far the man will go. The spy even tears off part of the car before being left behind. Solo then directs Gabby into a narrow lane. Though she hesitates, she follows his instructions, and the car gets stuck halfway through a building window. Without hesitation, Solo climbs inside and runs to the roof. The Russian spy continues pursuing them. At that moment, a truck appears on the other side of the wall. On Solo's signal, a rope is thrown down, allowing him to cross into West Germany. When the spy attempts to follow, Solo reverses the truck, loosening the rope and leaving the spy stranded between the borders. The story briefly shifts focus. We learn that the Russian spy's name is Illya, and his superior, Oleg, explains that Solo is America's most dangerous agent, someone the Russians have tried and failed to capture many times. The next morning, Solo meets his superior, Sanders, in a public restroom to receive a new mission. Suddenly, Illya appears and attacks Solo. A fight breaks out, but Sanders remains calm. Just as Solo is about to pass out, Oleg arrives and stops Illya. Later, the 4 meet at a restaurant. Sanders reveals that Gabby's uncle Rudy is working with former Nazis and may be using Gabby's father to build nuclear weapons. The company involved belongs to Alexander, a wealthy womanizer, but it is his intelligent wife Victoria who truly controls everything. Since neither America nor Russia wants nuclear weapons in enemy hands, both sides agree to cooperate. Gabby will be used to infiltrate the company through her uncle. The goal is to find her father and escape quickly. Solo and Illya are ordered to work together, but their partnership immediately fails. They argue, expose each other's secrets, and Illya storms off angrily. The next day, Solo takes Gabby to a clothing store, where she is shocked to see Illya again. He will pose as a Russian architect, and Gabby must pretend to be his fiancée. Though uncomfortable, Gabby agrees after Solo explains the importance of the mission. She must introduce Illya to her uncle in Rome, while Solo poses as an antique dealer to get close to Victoria. Soon, all 3 arrive in Rome. While checking into the hotel, Solo notices 2 men following Gabby and Illya. He warns Illya that Rudy will likely test him and advises him to endure a beating without fighting back. As expected, 2 thugs attempt to rob them. Illya tolerates the attack, but when his father's watch is stolen, he loses control and fights back. Later, Gabby meets her uncle Rudy, who invites her to the company's 50th anniversary event. That night, Gabby and Illya share a light, playful moment in their room, nearly kissing, but Gabby suddenly feels weak and falls asleep. Meanwhile, Solo flirts with the hotel receptionist to gather information. He later discovers microphones hidden in his room and confronts Illya, only to realize Illya has already removed the bugs from his own room as well. Before the event, Illya gives Gabby an engagement ring. At the party, Gabby introduces him to her uncle. During their conversation, Rudy makes a remark that angers Illya, causing him to storm off. Gabby then asks about her father, saying she wants him at her wedding, but Rudy claims he doesn't know where he is. At the same time, Solo steals an invitation and sneaks into the event through the kitchen. A guard confronts him, leading to a staged scuffle. Solo intentionally takes a punch, then produces the invitation. Offended by the guard's behavior, Victoria personally apologizes to Solo. Later, while talking privately, Victoria realizes Solo has already stolen her necklace and watch. Solo impresses her by claiming he specializes in rare items others cannot obtain. Meanwhile, Illya gets into a fight in the bathroom after several men provoke him. Using his brutal combat skills, he defeats all of them. Illya also secretly photographs the event using radiation-sensitive film, confirming that Victoria and Rudy are developing a nuclear weapon and already possess uranium. Back at the hotel, Solo dismisses the discussion and goes to sleep. However, later that night, he sneaks into the company's factory. Just as he begins cutting through the fence, Illya appears beside him, questioning his earlier excuse. Suddenly, the lights go out. Illya explains they have 10 minutes before the generator comes back online. Solo advises moving quietly. Both use advanced tools to cut through security, enter the facility, and unlock a secured door together. Inside the lab, a guard suddenly appears, forcing them to hide. Illya notices the man's watch and suspects it may belong to Gabby's father. She quietly approaches him, sensing something familiar. The guard was struck so hard that he fell unconscious. However, it soon became clear that the watch did not belong to Gabby's father. Still, the watch had a hidden button, and pressing it opened a secret compartment leading to a secure safe. Solo, now fully in his element, asked Illya to step back with his bag. Within seconds, Solo cracked the safe and confidently said there was no alarm. But just as he finished speaking, the alarm blared loudly. Finding nothing of importance inside, they escaped by jumping through a window and fleeing in a motorboat. Before they could get away, the gates closed, and armed guards began chasing them on boats. Realizing Illya wouldn't escape, Solo jumped into the water, secretly climbed onto a truck, and casually watched the chaos unfold while eating the driver's sandwich. Moments later, heavy gunfire caused Ilya's boat to explode and sink. Guards began searching for her. Solo then drove the truck straight into the water, leapt onto a guard boat, and dove in to rescue the drowning Illya. Meanwhile, Alexander reached the safe and informed Victoria of everything. Victoria's men immediately began searching for Solo. When she called his hotel room and got no response, she became suspicious and headed there herself. At the same time, Solo and Illya raced back to the hotel on a scooter. Gabby received a call from her uncle, Rudy, who wanted to apologize to Illya for his behavior. Gabby lied, saying Illya was asleep, and suggested they talk in the morning. Rudy then invited Gabby to lunch the next day, claiming he had something important to discuss. As soon as the call ended, Gabby contacted someone else, confirming the meeting. When Victoria arrived at the hotel, Solo and Illya entered through the back. As Victoria collected Solo's room key from reception, they quietly slipped into their rooms. Moments later, Victoria entered Solo's room but was surprised to see him step out of the bathroom. She discreetly dismissed her bodyguards and closed the door. Downstairs, Illya grew worried and used a device to listen to their conversation through a transmitter hidden in Solo's room. After hearing only harmless sounds, she decided to turn it off. The next day, as Gabby prepared to meet Rudy for lunch, Illya secretly placed a tracker under her dress and reassured her, sensing her nervousness. Rudy took Gabby to a secluded location, while Illya monitored everything from a distance. There, Gabby was brought before Alexander. Unexpectedly, she betrayed Solo and Illya, revealing the entire mission and explaining how she planned to reach her father and access his research. She even showed the tracker and exposed Illya as a Russian spy. Hearing this, Illya was shocked and fled immediately. At the same time, Rudy stepped away to make a call, while Solo arrived at Victoria's office. She offered him a drink and stepped out briefly. Soon, Solo realized the drink was drugged and lay down to avoid injuring himself. When he woke up, he was tied to a chair. Victoria told him she had planned to kill him slowly but was leaving him in Rudy's hands instead. Rudy, a sadistic man, began recounting his troubled childhood, how he was mocked for being short and unattractive, which turned him into a cruel torturer during Hitler's regime. Rudy began electrocuting Solo, enjoying his pain. Just in time, Illya arrived, having tracked Solo using a hidden tracker he had placed in Solo's shoe. The tables turned instantly. Rudy, now terrified, begged for his life and revealed everything. The nuclear weapon had already been built and was scheduled to be delivered to Victoria on her private island the next day. They tied Rudy to a machine. While debating whether to kill him, Rudy accidentally activated it himself and died. Soon after, Gabby finally reunited with her father after 18 long years. Solo and Illya were then sent to the airport, where they were informed they would continue the mission under the command of British naval officer Waverley. Both agents were secretly ordered to retrieve Udo's research disk, even if it meant killing each other. Waverley then revealed the truth: Gabby had been working for him all along. He had recruited her when her father was kidnapped and used her betrayal to gain the enemy's trust and locate Udo. The engagement ring Illya gave her was actually transmitting information the entire time. The British Navy prepared to seize the island, while Solo and Illya were tasked with securing the nuclear weapon and rescuing Udo and Gabby. On the island, Victoria forced Udo to continue working. Inside the lab, there were 2 missiles, one normal and one nuclear, designed so no one could distinguish between them. Gabby created a distraction by dropping a plate, allowing Udo to secretly alter the missile. But Victoria caught on, threatened Gabby's life, and forced Udo to restore everything. She then took both his computer disk and backup, eliminating any further need for him. Before dawn, the Navy launched their assault. Solo and Illya stormed the lab but found only Udo's dead body. The nuclear weapon had already been moved. They split up to search for it. Solo spotted Ilya's father's watch on a guard and followed him. In the control room, Solo saw Alexander fleeing with the missile and Gabby. A chase followed, Solo in an off-road vehicle and Illya on a bike. Alexander rammed the bike, knocking Illya off, but Solo crashed into Alexander's vehicle, flipping it over. A brief fight broke out, ending when Illya killed Alexander. During the chaos, Solo secretly stole the disc. Later, the soldiers discovered the captured missile was fake. Over 100 fishing boats had left the island, and the nuclear weapon could be on any of them. Solo then remembered a boat name he had seen in Victoria's office, her father's vessel. He contacted the boat by radio. The captain denied knowing anything, but Solo provoked him by claiming Alexander had been killed. Enraged, Victoria came on the radio and threatened Ilya's family. This was exactly what Solo wanted. While keeping her talking, the Navy traced the signal. Solo calmly told Victoria that she wouldn't have time to act. As a missile approached, the crew abandoned the boat. The missile destroyed it mid-air. Since the nuclear warhead was never activated, there was no explosion. The next morning at the hotel, Gabby apologized to Illya for keeping secrets. Illya understood. When she tried to return the ring, Illya placed it back on her finger as a memory. Just as they were about to kiss, Illya received orders to kill Solo and retrieve the disc. Torn by loyalty, Illya went to Solo's room, where Solo was packing. Both realized the truth instantly. Solo then tossed Illya his father's watch. Without a word, they shared a drink as the disc burned on the table. With the disc destroyed, neither had to kill the other. Finally, Waverley arrived and offered them a new mission, forming a special international spy unit to handle the world's most dangerous operations. Sadly, that sequel never happened.